Hi my friends, and welcome back. I appreciate your watching. Thank you. This video is part 2, or the second video about how to create a website. And in this video what we're going to be doing is doing what's called on-site SEO. So I'm going to show you how to do on-site SEO, and then there's actually a third video that you don't have to watch, but you should watch. I'm going to tell you about that at the end. And the third video is going to be about an interim page between your link and your affiliate. So in video number 1, and there'll be a link below. In video number 1, what I shared was how to build a website with an HTML editor, how to do an HTML website from scratch. So there'll be a link below to how to build that website. But this is, in a sense, the more important part, because this is what's going to drive that traffic. Free traffic, the best free traffic you could ever dream of. And it's going to happen automatically because of on-site SEO. And it's a pretty simple process. Now SEO, in fact, I share this, if you watch my videos, you may know that the first time that I heard about SEO, search engine optimization, it was like, oh, what are they doing? What is this all about? I was literally ready to quit, because it's like search engine optimization. These are pretty long words. And it's not scary at all, so don't worry about it. It's really pretty simple stuff once you know, and that's the beauty of all of this stuff. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell, because that's one of the things that I think you're going to find is that this stuff is really quite simple once you learn. Once you learn it, anybody can do it. And I hope that you're going to find that it's fun. It's fun for me, and I hope it's going to be fun for you. So let's get right to it. If you're new, or if you're a newbie, what I'm going to be talking about primarily are keywords. These are the words. Search engines use words. That's one of the main things that they use to figure out what your site is all about. And then they're going to match that they're going to match whoever's looking for whatever your site is all about. They're going to put you and that person together, that visitor together, that viewer together. So when you use the keywords that are applicable, then that should just absolutely drive traffic to your site, right? Well, that's unfortunately not exactly true. The first thing I want to share with you is that the best keywords are not necessarily the best keywords. They're probably the worst keywords. So if what I'm sharing with you is like, what? You stay tuned, because this is something that's really going to help you. The best keywords are typically or would seem like they would be the ones that would be the most searched. Unfortunately, the ones that have the most search usually also have the absolute most competition. So when you're going with those, what you think are the best keywords, you're also going with the worst competition, or the most competition, which makes it extremely, almost impossible, but extremely difficult to rank. Even for experienced people, it's difficult to rank, and for new people, it's virtually impossible to rank. And what that means is, if the search engines are not going to send people to your site because your site is about autoresponders, for example. Okay, and the reason why I'm sharing that word autoresponders is that the site that we built from scratch in video 1 is about autoresponders. It's a comparison between AIOP, which stands for All-in-One Profits, which is an autoresponder website, tools, training. It's kind of the whole package, and it's a comparison between between AIOP and Constant Contact, which essentially is an autoresponder, but also has added free websites, or a free website option in 2019. So that's one of the reasons why I want to compare the two, because it's kind of a pretty close comparison. And the other thing is that Constant Contact is kind of middle of the road as far as difficulty as far as keyword scoring. AIOP is actually kind of pretty good, you'll see. And Constant Contact can be pretty tough. It can be a little tough, but after this video, I think you're going to find it's a lot easier than you thought. And because what we're going to be doing, is we're going to be using an incredible tool. Primarily, I'm going to be using a tool from TubeBuddy. It's their keyword research tool. If you're on YouTube, TubeBuddy is something that you really should have. It's really something that you actually need, because it's going to help you in so many ways, not just with keywords research, which is a very important part of your website or your YouTube channel, because it tells the search engines, hey, send these people that are looking for this, send them over here. And the search engines are going to listen, especially if we use what I call untapped keywords. And untapped keywords are simply keywords that are going to have reasonable, if not good, search. Okay, and reasonable can even be kind of almost low search, and you'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. So, but the main thing is that they have either reasonable or little or no competition, and that's really what we're looking for. We're looking for keywords that have less competition and still have some kind of reasonable search. And if we can get decent search and low competition, then we can score, we can rank, we can get traffic based on those keywords. So we're searching for those untapped keywords. And those are actually the best keywords, especially as a newbie, especially when you're new and you're growing your website, or when you're new and you're growing your YouTube channel. Those untapped keywords are really the gems that they're going to help the experts and the professionals, but they're the diamonds that really can change things for that new person. So this is what I'm going to be sharing with you. Let me take you to YouTube. So let's get right to it. I've taken us to YouTube, and this is once you install TubeBuddy, this is what it's going to look like, or whatever. This is what you'll click on in order to access TubeBuddy. And then what we're looking for is one of the tools called Keyword Explorer, and you can get it here as well as here. A whole suite of tools and so on, of course, that you get with TubeBuddy, even on the free version. I'm going to leave a link below to TubeBuddy, as well as to a video that you may want to check out, because if you like TubeBuddy as much as I do, you may want to get the paid version, and the video will show you how you can get the paid version at 50 to 70% off. So you can literally get TubeBuddy, the paid version, for pennies a day. So, but let me show you how I use TubeBuddy, and I also want to share with you a site called Ubersuggest. And I use Ubersuggest for Google, the Google search engine. In other words, and I use Ubersuggest to take a look at Google. Google is the #1 search engine. And I use TubeBuddy to take a look at YouTube, which is the #2 search engine. Of course, I do a lot of video. I promote with a lot of video and so forth. So I personally will focus more on TubeBuddy, because I'm more geared to YouTube and using YouTube to promote and so forth. On the other hand, you may be more geared to Ubersuggest. I'm going to search for AIOP and see what kind of, and actually that's fair. I wasn't expecting it to be that good. I was figuring that we would have a tremendous amount of competition, and we don't. But we've got fair search volume and fair competition, actually good optimization strength, and there are 38,000 searches. So that's a good number of searches. So that's a good thing. On the other hand, there's 674,000 videos, and that might sound like a lot of videos, but it really isn't. Believe it or not, that is relatively low as far as competition, because you're going to find, if you use TubeBuddy, you're going to find a lot of keywords are going to have millions of videos as far as competition. And what we're searching for are not necessarily keywords that have the highest search volume, but sort of an overall score, which is exactly what TubeBuddy is giving us. That's why I like it so much. It's an overall score. It balances the search volume as well as the keywords itself, the optimization strength, and the competition. And what we're shooting for, what we're wanting to find, are keywords that have reasonable search volume. Reasonable search and hopefully little to no competition. Or, of course, the perfect keyword would be high search and very little competition. So those are the keywords, and I call those untapped keywords because those are keywords that are untapped. Those are keywords that aren't being used. So those are the keywords that we're really trying to focus on because they're going to send us the most traffic. So let's see where we stand with constant contact. And what I'm trying to do here is just give you a sort of an indication of where I start, and where I start and where I end up may not be the same. And as you can see now, constant contact review. Let's see how that, because our web page, now that's something else. Don't put in keywords that don't apply. So constant contact review, not too bad. Fair. Not as good as I would like, but still fair. Fair search volume and fair competition. 9.2 thousand searches a month, so still a good search. 283,000 videos. So not bad. Let's try 2020. Again, fair. So constant contact review 2020. These are certainly keywords that we could be using. Not the best, but certainly not the worst. Let me share with you something that I discovered that's an absolute goldmine. Constant contact price, and this is pretty much unheard of. I don't normally hit an excellent, but that's where we're at on this particular choice of keywords, and that's the overall score. So that, again, that's what I like. This is what TubeBuddy does that most other search tools do not do. It balances all three. In fact, it's what's called a weighted score. Excellent optimization. So prices, and pricing. Just so you can see, 71. And I'm not going to go through all the details, but the idea is that this is what I do to find the keywords. And then I went with cost and costs. And excellent. This is just through the roof. I apologize for the slow internet. We still have fair search volume, virtually zero competition. Nobody's using these particular keywords. So what the amount of search that we do get, we're going to get most of that. We should get most of that traffic. The negative here, there's not much competition. There's excellent choice or excellent strength, optimization strength. However, not a tremendous amount of search. So therefore, we're only scoring at 57. But again, we're going to get virtually all of that. So we're going to get all-in-one profits review, I think, is and good. And all-in-one profits 2020, on the other hand, is very good. So these are, I'm not going to go through each keyword with you, but this is an idea of, what I wanted you to see is to give you an idea of how I play with the keywords, and you do the same thing. Don't spend hours, but one of the advantages, again, is that it's going to give you most used meta tags. It's also, depending on the keywords, it's also going to give you, at least, I believe, on the free version, at least 3 suggestions. On the paid version, I believe I get 9 suggestions. So it's going to help you to, when you get a bad choice of keywords, it's going to help you to find a better choice, or hopefully the best choice of keywords. So that's why I suggest that if you're not using TubeBuddy, give it a try. Again, you can get it for free, or you can get it for pennies, literally pennies a day. So I found my keywords. Now what do? I'm going to take us to a site called Free Meta Tag Generator, and there'll be a link below to this site, and simply fill in the details. All-in-one profits versus constant contact. That's the name of the title of the website. Description, which is better, and I'm being a little bit brief here. You can put in more information if you want. And then the keywords. Just simply generate the meta tag. This is what's going to go into the meta section. This is the HTML editor, and this is the website here. And what I want to do is click on HTML source. I'm going to put this between the headers, Control V. Here's the title and all the information that I need. And that's how we do on-site SEO. We're not quite done. We've still got one more step, and that's going to be the next video. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. If you like this video, give us a big old thumbs up. Hit that like button. Do that right now. So we've got the website and we've got the on-site SEOs. So we've got a website that's actually going to kind of generate traffic all by itself. There's one thing that is really still missing, and that is what I'm going to cover in video number 3, and that's what is called an interim page or a squeeze page or a capture page or a lead capture page or an email capture page or a landing page. Well, I'm going to lose these people. I'll show you how to handle that in the next video. The reason why this is so important is that most people take most people are going to take 7 times on the average. Some people buy the first time, but most people are not going to buy until 7 times. So they need to see something. They need to see something 7 times. So we need to ask for that sale 7 times, and this allows us to be able to do that. If we simply let them click on the link and go to the site, we probably will never see them again. All the effort that we've put into the keywords and all the effort that we've put into the website creation and the research and so on is pretty much up in smoke, pretty much gone. And the closing ratio, depending on, in other words, the amount of sales, the amount of actual conversions is going to be relatively small. Typically we're looking at maybe 3 to 5%, 2 to 10%, and 10% is really good. Anything better than 10% is pretty extraordinary. But what that still means is that 90% or better on the average are gone, and even that 1 to 3 to 5 to 10%, we don't even know who they are. They purchased and we don't know squat. That's not good business. That's not good marketing. You know, if I'm supposed to be helping you, then I need to at least share that with you for your own sake. Okay, even though you're going to be making some sales, you're still losing 100% of those emails, of those email addresses, and that means you're losing 100% of the follow-up, of the chance of, if they haven't purchased, of the chances of turning them into a purchaser. If they have purchased, you're losing 100% of the opportunity of adding additional sales. And once people do purchase, bam, the chances of them repurchasing go through the roof. So these are just too valuable, too important to miss out on. So as soon as that video is published, I'm going to put a link below to that video. But if you are already subscribed, of course, YouTube's going to let you know about it. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, then YouTube's going to let you know about it as well. I do want to thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Allow me to wish you much success, and I'll see you in video number 3.